Hey everybody, Town Media Director Steve Brogan here, and it's Friday, finally. Thank goodness. It's still raining though, I'm sorry to tell you. But it's Friday, and this is our Friday wrap-up. I'm Town Media Director Steve Brogan, as I just said, and I have a guest today. We're going to talk about recycling and the ABCs of recycling and how you are supposed to do it, I guess. We're going to go through all the details and go through a bunch of items. We have a big pile of recycling materials that we're going to look at, all from household stuff. Before we get to that, though, I just want to remind you guys, if you're watching, you can watch us a whole bunch of different places. You can watch us on Facebook. You can watch us on YouTube. You can watch us at tyngsboroughma.gov on our live video on-demand streaming service, and you can watch us at Comcast 8 and Verizon 29. And if you're watching on Facebook, you can also tune in and ask questions if you'd like to. So today might be actually a really good one for people to ask questions. I'm sure there'll be lots of questions. Because this has been one of probably the most requested programs for us to do in recent memory, is something on recycling. So we're going to go through the details. So my guest this morning is the lovely Donna Lane McPartlin. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I had to twist her arm to get her here.
Yeah, I was just thinking when you said I was a guest, I'm thinking I'm more like a hostage, but that's okay.
She's, her feet, if you could see underneath, her feet are actually duct taped to the floor, so she can't run away. No, I'm kidding. She wanted to be here, kind of.
Okay.
So we're going to go through all this recycling stuff. Before we get to that part, we're going to talk for a minute about kind of set this up so you guys kind of understand what we're the specifics of this, and also the website we're going to use where we're going to pull all this information from, because we don't know. I don't know, I should say, everything there is to know about recycling. That's for sure. I've been proven wrong, actually, in just in the last 5 minutes of talking about this off camera. So yeah, that's going to happen. And I also want to remind everybody that we have a bunch of stuff coming up. So tomorrow is the Winslow School reunion. That's happening it's starting at Old Town Hall, and then they're going to go over to the Littlefield Library. Anybody who is an alumni of the Winslow School, you can go and check that out and talk to your old friends and school teachers and whatnot. We did a fun video just the other day, 2 days ago, of a tour of the Winslow School. Now, the building itself isn't publicly accessible because it's been, essentially, it's sitting condemned at this point. It's not in that bad of shape, but it's not accessible to the public because it's not safe in there for the public to just go traipsing through for a number of reasons. But we did a video in there so you guys could at least see what's still there, which it still looks like a school. There's still chalkboards on the walls and murals on the walls and all kinds of cool stuff. Go check that video out, though, if you wanted to see that tour. We had myself, Warren Algrove, Augie, Herbie Morton, and Ashley Makovich. We all walked through, and they told their stories about when they went to school there and stuff back in like the 50s and 60s, and Ashley back in the 90s. So that was fun. That was neat to do that. But yeah, check that out. So that's tomorrow, happening at the Old Town Hall, starting there, and then over at the Littlefield Library, and then also starting tomorrow, the first. The first night of Les Mis, done by the Tyngsborough High School Theatre Group. Go check those guys out. They have an awesome play coming up. It's Les Miserables. If you've not seen it before, it'll definitely be a fun one for you. And if you have seen it before, it's still going to be a fun show. They do a really good job. These guys have worked really, really hard, all these kids. Sarah Martin is their theater director. They have a 14-piece orchestra that's going to be doing the music for this. And then all of the high school theater kids, including middle school kids as well, which I didn't realize. A number of middle school kids are part of this as well. So it's going to be an awesome play. I'm actually going to go see it tomorrow night myself with my wife. We're going to get some dinner and
Is it sold
go
out?
check it out. I could tell you. We could look, actually, in a bit. If you want to get more information, go to fottheater.org or .com.org. I'll post the link in the description in a little bit, so you can go check it out for yourself. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure if it's sold out. I would imagine, at least for the last couple nights, there's probably a couple tickets left anyways. But the theater holds quite a few people. But go check that out, and you can see if there's tickets still available. They're $15 a piece. I think it's 16 and change with the service fee. So super cheap. Not a lot of money. And you can also donate to FOT Theater if you want to help out the kids, because they definitely use it. So all that said, now let's talk about recycling. So Donna.
Yeah.
Recycling. This has been an issue, right, for like a while now, because it's been so up in the air with what's going on with recycling.
Right. And we were having conflicting information from different parties about where to go, what the resource is. Some people would say, this is recyclable. Some would say it's not recyclable. And the resources that we were given were conflicting as well.
Right. Yeah.
So, and then at one point, the Simple Recycle, the one that I was just telling that that we're going to use.
Mm-hmm.
That was like a great resource.
Mm-hmm. Or
And-
Recycling Simplified, I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah, so that one was a great resource, and then it became not so great because it was like, well, this item's not commonly recyclable. However, check with your community to see if it is recyclable.
They deferred a lot to the community, yeah, so it left a lot to be desired.
Unfortunately, that's what we use for a resource as well, to
Mhm.
look things up and see if it's recyclable. So when it says that, it's kind of hard for us to figure it out. So
Mm-hmm.
they've finally come together and they agree, Republic, Covanta, Mass DEP, that this is in fact the website to go to look and see what is recyclable.
Okay. So the new website, we'll show it really quickly, is recyclesmartma.org. If you want to follow along with us on that one, bookmark this one because there's a nice little search bar where you can type in whatever the item is that you have, and it will tell you what to do with it. Throw it in the trash, or if it's recyclable or not.
And last time I checked, it was saying like, this item is not commonly recyclable. However, some communities are accepting it.
Okay.
And it will give you a link to click on to see which communities are possibly accepting it. And a lot of those are communities that have the dual stream recycling, and we have the single stream. So.
Okay. Now, what was the deal also with all of our recycles were going to China at one point, and they decided to turn that off basically?
Yeah.
Because what was it? Was it because it was going in dirty? Was that the problem? It wasn't being cleaned basically. We weren't sending clean materials.
Yeah. And so all this dirty recycling was over there, and China was getting all kinds of bad publicity and everything. So when they shut it off, now we have to try to figure out different ways to get rid of it. And so I think some of it is, still being incinerated, but it's approved through DEP that it's okay to incinerate. So
it's tough because you have to find, and this is the part where I think people kind of lose the understanding of it, is you have to find a market for the recycled material. Right. There has to be some use for it basically, and some company wants to be able to buy it and make whatever out of it, widgets. How many, I guess, like foam, we kind of know now there isn't any market for it, the styrofoam stuff.
And then like the old, like before they used to, like water bottles.
Yeah.
Like this water bottle.
Okay.
Like see how like thin
it is? The thin plastic water bottles.
So they used to be thicker, and those were more recyclable.
Okay.
There was a commodity for it.
Okay.
And now there's not. So I think that and it takes like multiple bottles like that to equal the same plastic, as what we had before.
So because of varying qualities in plastic, that's changed if they'll take it or not now. I mean, will somebody still recycle that, or is it basically just, is somebody just going to chuck it, or the recycle department, wherever it goes? Do they basically just throw it away?
Yeah, I don't know. It would have to go through like Mass DEP to find that information. I thought you were going to give me like a list of questions so that I would know the answer.
Who gives questions? This isn't a debate, presidential debate over here. What do you think this is?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. So all right, so we have a cheat sheet though. We're going to use the recyclesmartma.org website and cheat. And I mean, you kind of have to, because there's so many recyclable materials. There's no way to remember all this stuff unless you're like a wizard at this. So
and it changes, depending on what's going on, and so if there's no market for something, or like wrapping paper or gift bags or something like that, sometimes they're taking it and sometimes they may not be, but it tells you how to kind of break it down.
Now here's a question for you, and I think I know the answers to this. If you go to the recycling plant and you were to watch all the recycling materials come in, are there people sorting through this stuff to pull out the junk, non-recyclables, I should say, versus the recyclables?
I haven't been. I mean, I've seen like videos and stuff, and it looks like that's the case, but personally, I don't know. I haven't seen it with my own eyes. So.
Right. I've been to one plant, and doesn't speak to all plants because there's different ones, but the one I was at, there was like a team of, I don't know, half a dozen people in front of a conveyor belt, and they literally were just like, they would whip out whatever was non-recyclable, and I don't remember what the materials were. I wasn't watching that closely, but just remember seeing people chuck stuff out basically that sort of kind of looked obviously not recyclable, but then some of them weren't. Like there was some big big chunks of plastic that looked like it was from like a computer case or something like that. And those were getting chucked, even though I've personally thrown those in the bin myself because I've seen their little recycling triangle on
you
there.
can't go by that.
Right. It
You
doesn't.
have to
It's
go
not
by the website. Yeah,
yeah.
the numbers don't matter anymore.
Okay.
So.
Which is annoying because we're also used to being told like, oh, look at the little number inside
Right.
the little triangle and blah blah blah. And
Mhm.
no, it's not really the case. That stinks.
Even what's listed on the top of the lid for the toter. So even what's listed on the top of the lid, you can't go by that either. You have to really look it up.
Okay. All right. So we're going to take a 2-minute break here, just reset some of our cameras and stuff. And I've got a table behind Donna here. I don't know if you can see it in the back there, but we're going to reset so that you guys can see the table, and we'll set up some different mics and go through this list. And Kaylee is going to sit by the computer here and search for each item as we go through it. And some of I think some of the things we're going to know off the top of our heads, but she'll search for the stuff that we don't know. So we can kind of show you how this works.
Search for the stuff we do know, though, too, don't you think? Just
I
to
mean,
make
we
sure
could- yeah.
that we're right.
That-
Because we could be wrong.
Absolutely. No, that's an absolutely good point. Yep, we'll do that. We'll search for everything. You'll have to excuse their website. It's a tad on the slow side. Maybe there's a lot of people trying to figure out what's recyclable.
Yeah.
It's a tad on the slow side. It's not our internet connection, thankfully. But yeah, so we're going to take a super short break, and we'll be back really, really quickly. So if you're watching now, don't leave. We're coming right back. Don't think we're gone. And yeah, stick around because we're going to go through this whole list of recycling materials. And if you have questions, I'm sure there will be some. Post them in the comment section on the Facebook thing. Kaylee's going to watch that for us and let us know what comes in. So if you have an item that you're not sure of or wondering about, post in the comment section, and we'll definitely address it on camera. All right? Okay. So here we go. Wide shot and graphic, please. And you got the mic.
that? Which camera is that
That's
one?
this one.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
We are live.
Okay, here we go. All right, we're back. So just make sure we got audio coming through
Yep.
there, as long as we got that. All right, guys, so we're back with a bunch of stuff on a table, which you can't see down below us, unless we go to the wide shot real quick. You can kind of see we'll like do a little Vanna deal. So if you want to go to that, there you go. All right, we kind of got these things here, right? Lovely, a lovely cup. Okay. All right. So all right. So so go back to that close-up race there for me. And so here we go, guys. So we got a whole bunch of stuff here that we're going to talk about, and we're just going to start pulling from this pile. It's kind of all general household things, right? That I was pulling from my own recycles, and we can kind of talk about what needs to be done with what. So Kaylee's going to look up on the computer on the recyclesmartma.org website what can be done with the item, whether it's recyclable or not. So let's do this. Since a lot of us are coffee drinkers, and depending on where you go to, they use these foam cups. So forget it. Doesn't matter what company it is. You'll know who it is. It's pretty obvious. Can we recycle foam cups? Let's first look up that one, Kaylee, because at one point I think you could, right? A long time ago, not recently, but
I think you could too.
It
Okay.
says, put this item in your trash bin.
okay. So obviously that has to go in the trash. Show that real quick on the. Make sure. Okay, good. You got that up, right? So every time we find one, just throw that on the computer so people can see that. So coffee cups, foam coffee cups are not recyclable. Trash. How about foam trays? I would assume that's the same thing. Yeah. So the foam trays, and a lot of, I like that a lot of companies now don't use these anymore. They have plastic versions of these, and I would assume those are recyclable, hopefully. Hopefully. We'll find out. I actually don't have one of those here. We'll search that one too, but.
Takeout trays?
Well, yeah, I guess you could call it that.
Because foam trays isn't showing up.
Okay, yeah, try takeout trays. What do they say for that?
Or foam container.
Foam container, yeah, try that. Any one of them.
Trash.
Trash, all right, so
Okay.
trash, okay? Sorry guys, trash is the foam, yeah.
Do this one. I don't even know what you would call this. This is what?
Like a tomato?
So,
like yeah. Like
so
a
yeah, it
tomato
has those little
container?
tomatoes, you know, the little grape tomatoes. Plastic, shoot, yeah, what do you call this?
Yeah, I don't know what to
That's a
type
good
it in
question.
as.
So here's the other problem with this, is trying to figure out what to call it so you can search
Tomato?
for it.
Yeah. If you do tomato, does it?
No.
No.
No. I don't
Well, how
even-
about just plastic? Because it has the recycle symbol on it, okay? So I don't know if you guys can see this, probably
plastic
not.
packaging?
But it has that
Yeah,
recycle
plastic
symbol on it.
packaging.
Plastic packaging.
Trash.
What
Really?
Does it give you a infographic?
Yeah, what's the image on there?
Yeah, kind of looks like a strawberry container almost.
Oh, really?
so is
All
it
right.
like this one?
So that
Kinda
is
looks
about
like
the
that
same kind of
almost.
plastic
Yeah.
as these guys, right?
I mean, that's what it looks like.
So that's
Yeah.
what that's the picture that they're showing us
So
is one of these kind of
that's
deals.
trash
And this is the same kind of plastic, I
Right.
feel like.
Right.
That's confusing. to
It's
me.
also, it's a number 1 PETE. This is a number 1 PET.
Right. Yeah, but you can't go
So-
by the number.
So these aren't recyclable.
I'm confused. How?
I don't know. But I always thought these were recyclable. There you go.
And that's the go-to. That's
I'm
the
so
guide.
confused.
Yeah,
That's so.
yeah.
Wait.
All right.
So and that's the
What?
thing is
So that's not recyclable, guys, apparently, according to this website.
right.
All right, and this is the website that's been
Right.
agreed on by, you said, Covanta and Republic
Republic.
and DEP,
Yeah.
that these things would be, this is where you'd find the information from.
Yes.
That's annoying, actually.
Right.
Wow. I always bought these thinking they were recyclable.
I'm like so.
Jeez.
I'm like,
Okay, right, so
I know. I have some in my.
Not recyclable,
I
sorry,
have
I'll
some
pick
in
that
my
up later.
container, too. This is glass, though.
all right, so how about glass jar, Kaylee? So I've got a baby food
Small,
container.
Yeah.
Here's another one. This is pickles,
I-
hamburger pickles or whatever. So doesn't really matter what store it came from. You guys know.
recycling.
So these are recyclable.
And then it has instructions. It says rinse or wipe clean all food and residue and replace the lid.
Replace the lid? Oh, put
Replace
it back
lid.
on.
Yeah,
So
put
put
it
it
back
back
on.
on.
Yep.
Okay, so I don't have to
Okay,
buy a
good.
new lid. I could just put it in.
You have to go out and get a whole
Joking.
new lid to recycle
So,
it.
wow, that still smells like pickles. So, now what, can you nest them like to save room in
Yeah.
the?
No.
No?
But what does cleaning really mean, though? Do you have to go through with some like vinegar with it too? Is it just water okay?
Just says rinse or wipe clean.
Rinse
So
and
Okay.
wipe clean?
I'm
All right,
just
so I imagine
assuming so
this,
it's not
this
like-
is
yeah.
okay. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right, so glass is still recyclable, hooray, as one.
Good to
Jeez,
know.
we're batting
Yeah.
zero over
Yeah.
here. How about egg containers, since that's paper? Let's look at that one. So we've got your typical paper egg container
Yep.
But if
is
you look at-
recyclable.
But if you look up the foam one, right, it goes in the trash.
Does it list the foam egg containers?
Yeah. So
Oh, they do this.
styrofoam, trash.
Okay,
The
how about
styrofoam egg containers.
plastic egg
and then-
containers? Because there's a lot of those now too. The organic eggs, if you buy them, they're in a plastic container. Say yes. Say yes.
Recycling.
Yay! All right. You can
Mhm.
recycle those.
Yep.
Hooray! There's one piece of
that's
plastic.
Isn't it the same kind of plastic as the other?
That's what it feels like to me. Yeah. So, all right. So we don't even have to do this plastic container because this is like
Like a fruit cup or something, right?
PETE1. So I'm
Should I-
assuming fruit cup type container. I think this had yogurt pretzels in it. So these aren't recyclable either.
But
'cause-
don't go by the
So
triangle.
okay, so this
Right,
is
no,
this is
yeah,
a weird
sure.
thing that just showed up.
Okay.
I typed in fruit container, and it says recycling.
Huh. Hang on. Wait a minute.
Does it show you?
It shows a picture that looks
Oh,
like
it
a fruit
does. Yes,
container.
she's right.
So, all right,
That
so
picture is
tomatoes are fruit.
tomatoes are. So maybe
Yeah.
we can
So
recycle
what if
these.
it's a colored plastic?
Oop.
Can you look up?
Color.
Running away from me.
Yeah,
Hang on.
like not clear.
So maybe we threw these away too hastily.
So like a red Solo cup showed up and it says trash.
Okay.
So maybe this would go in the trash and that would go.
So maybe colored plastic is in. Geez, this is tough to decipher. I mean, really, guys, this is like you're
Right.
watching this, getting as frustrated as we are.
Yeah.
I'm assuming. So is it safe to say that colored is not?
I
Well,
mean, that's
Any good?
it,
That's a red Solo cup, but that's
Yeah.
also. I don't know now. Wow.
Well,
that's all that showed up for it.
If
Okay.
you look up a plastic like coffee lid, does it show you?
So these are recyclable though, so that's good.
So
Okay. Those can go in the
plastic-
good pile, not in the naughty
Plastic
pile.
cup lid, trash.
Oh, for like coffee.
Right.
kind of
And it's like
things, too.
it shows like a black
So
cup lid.
Does it say anything about the colored plastic or does it just say trash?
The
how about if
only-
you just did white cup lid? Because I thought you had said like
Yeah, I think like this.
black
one
and
is
white
okay.
plastic have a difference.
Yeah.
Huh. All right, so these are good. Hooray! They can go back in the non-naughty pile. Yeah, so we're talking about these guys,
so
the
like
little
clear plastic cups is recycled. Like so it showed like kind of like a Starbucks type of cup.
lids. Okay, so that
Um,
would be one of these guys.
So that's
Yeah.
recyclable.
Right.
So that it says empty all liquids, straws and lids should go in the trash. So that other part needs to go in the trash.
So all right, so here's our, what company makes
Oh,
this.
I found it.
Here's
Okay,
our-
it
here's
says
our-
it
so
says
this is-
recycle clear plastic cups only. Colored plastic cups should go in the trash bin.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Mm.
All right, so this is recyclable. This is not.
How, I
This
have
is
a
trash.
question.
Yes,
Is this considered clear or colored?
I would assume so. It's just printing on it, right? It's not a solid color,
Right.
which is a different. Yeah, that would be different.
Mhm.
So recyclable, not recyclable. Okay.
I wonder why they would use like two different types of plastics for the same cup.
Yeah, weird, right?
That's a good question. Well, so here's the funny thing, right?
Mm.
The lid, let me bring this back up. The lid lists it's number 1 PETE, right? The cup says it's number 5 PP, which I think is polypropylene, right?
Mm. I don't know.
Yeah, so it's a different type of plastic, probably because it has to be temperature resistant.
Oh, this one
Mm.
is what? Isn't
This
that
one's
the same
number
as
one.
what that is?
This one's number 1 PETE, which is also what these guys are.
Right, and those are recyclable.
And these are recyclable. These are recyclable, and they're literally say the same type of plastic. Number 1 PETE.
So you can't go by that.
See, I don't get
Yeah,
that.
you can't.
I don't
Wow, this is
understand
confusing,
that.
huh, guys?
Mm.
Who knew recycling?
Yeah,
could be
what's
so
All right.
going on in the
difficult?
Facebook
So
comments
we
right
have a
now?
very small,
No comments yet.
a very small amount of recyclable material so far.
So this is colored plastic, and this is colored plastic.
So these
those
two
would
guys,
be trash.
but that's a number 5 PP,
But she said colored plastic is
right?
trash.
But that's a number 5.
I mean, that's what it says. It
So-
says colored
So
plastic.
I would go
cups.
by that.
All right, so clearly nothing colored,
Mm-hmm.
which is totally. I'm miffed
so
on this one, really.
confused.
I'm very. How about what's next? How about all right? So milk container.
Okay.
All right, everybody buys milk, right? Oh, hopefully, anyways.
Carton. Yep.
Milk cartons, yes, milk
Yes.
cartons. Let's see what they say for that. Because now this isn't
Okay,
just
so it
paper
says
anymore.
for most of Massachusetts, cartons should go in the trash. However, some communities in Western Mass do recycle them.
Huh.
So
And if you
I
click
guess
on
it
the
just
link,
depends.
it'll.
What?
If you click on the link, won't it tell you which communities? Is there a link or no link?
Oh
No.
yes, there is.
So
yeah.
they use, okay.
So open the link.
Okay.
So
yeah,
it says
do it
if
in
your
the tab.
community is on this list, then you can put your cartons in the recycling bin. So
Tyngsborough should not be on that list.
it looks like
It's a very short list from what I can see from here.
Mm.
Oh,
Oh,
no, maybe not.
yeah.
here
Okay.
it is.
Oh.
But those are the communities out in the Worcester area, and they are more, I think they're dual stream.
Is it in alphabetical order or no?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Tyngsborough's definitely not on there.
Yeah, it's not.
Okay.
What are some of the
So-
towns?
Like Agawam, looks like UMass Amherst. So out there
Hmm.
is where it's looking like.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, interesting.
All right, so your milk containers, sadly, I thought these were recyclable. I'm
Same.
actually
I thought they were too.
I recycled one
quite
this morning.
disappointed in that
Which
fact.
would be the same probably for this.
Yeah, right. So,
It's the cardboard containers.
Like
I like these.
cardboard, yeah.
so since they can go in the trash, mess those and say goodbye. That's
So
unfortunate.
I wonder what this would be.
Yeah.
Because it's cardboard and plastic.
So what is
and-
that?
And metal.
Like a,
Yeah.
it's like a combo.
Huh. Try breadcrumb container. Like all breadcrumb containers are pretty much the same composition.
Yeah.
With the metal and the plastic and the cardboard. And what do
Would
you
it
get?
be like a cardboard food canister?
Sure.
Trash.
What does it show for?
It shows like it kind of looks like, you know, when you get like a snack mix of like peanuts and like pretzels and like that type of stuff, like the like pub kind of like.
And so those.
I
would
think
have
it's the
metal
same
ring.
type of container
Is what we have here.
as that one. The
So
picture looks the same. I mean,
This type of container is trash. You can't recycle it. That's really unfortunate. Now I wonder if you could cut the metal part off and recycle the paper. Maybe not. I don't know. I might be
it's
reaching
all a
on
big
that one.
mystery at this point.
Yeah. All right. So for now, for all intents and purposes, this is trash as well. That's unfortunate.
Yeah,
too.
it says
Jeez.
spiral. It says cardboard food canisters or spiral wound containers are made of mixed materials, paper, metal, and plastic, which makes these items not acceptable for recycling in Massachusetts.
Interesting. Okay. So my recycle bin just got a whole lot smaller,
Right.
or a whole lot bigger because.
I wonder if those same laws would apply to New Hampshire.
I don't know. It's a good question.
Yeah.
All right.
no
So
idea.
now let's try something more, hopefully obvious. Tin cans. I've got a couple of different size tin cans, corn and tomato sauce. Not that matters. However, they are clean. I did clean. I was a good
That's
boy.
it.
I
Good.
cleaned my plastic.
This
cleaned
looks
my
like it would
potatoes.
be for tomato paste.
That was from tomato paste. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. So what do we got for tin cans, Kaylee?
It says recycling.
Okay, so these are
So-
recyclable.
Yep, it says rinse or wipe clean of all food and residues and replace lid again.
And replace the lid. So you can. All right. So
Okay.
the lid that came from.
Yep.
I don't know if that's actually the right one, but that one there.
So that
tomato
applies
paste.
for like soda
So that would
cans.
go
That was
on
actually the baby food one.
yeah.
So yeah, so there's one I forgot about. That was the lid for the baby food, and that actually has to go back on the container, and they'll take it. Though I think they'll probably take it without the lid, I would imagine. It's still glass. All right, so those are good. They get to go in the good pile.
And that applies for soda cans too. The,
Okay,
the
so
picture
hooray.
shows like a Coke can, a cat food can, and like a beans can. so-
Okay, my mother-in-law drinks a lot of these, but we drink a lot of the seltzer too out of the cans. So you know, that's good to know. You guys are gonna know what my family eats and drinks. How about paper coffee cups? Okay, from your favorite. And now Dunkin' Donuts, I just read 2 days ago, I think it was. Dunkin' Donuts is switching over to paper cups. So if you're a DD fan, this one's from
like
the
them
obvious
unless they
company.
So-
have the thing on it,
I don't either.
because it
Yeah,
hurts my hands.
I'm the same
So
way.
this
yeah.
surprises me.
Okay,
It's trash.
really
Yeah, it says coffee cup paper. Put this item in your trash bin.
interesting.
That really surprises me.
Me too. I can't
I
say
don't
this
think
much.
you can clean it.
Well, here's the thing. I do know that you can't microwave these because inside here is like I think it's a plastic strip.
Oh.
That's
What?
it's a reinforcing strip. 'Cause I've actually microwaved these not knowing, and it even says somewhere on here, do not microwave. Because of that, and I ripped one open to try to figure out why, and I put it in the
course you
microwave.
did.
This part burned. It
That
actually
doesn't
got
even
brown
surprise me.
Yeah.
at the bottom. No.
Wow, yeah, no.
Well, what about this thing though?
Like
the
a cup hole.
the sleeve.
What's
So
it called? Cup
coffee
sleeve?
cup sleeve, I guess would be the thing. The name.
You know what?
Yeah.
What I'm
But,
taking
like,
away today is I'm just gonna start bringing my own cup places.
Yeah, really. You might as well. I mean, that's really
Yeah.
the thing.
I think they'll
know?
refill them for you.
Make
It
too.
one.
doesn't like show.
Doesn't have anything.
No.
I mean, it's corrugated paper, so it's small. I would just say throw it in the recycle
What
bin.
if you look
Just
up
hope for the best.
corrugated paper?
I don't even know how to spell that.
Start just
Live spelling
if
bee.
you
You know.
start, I think it will start like
Hey, Facebook, can you tell us how to spell?
CORR. I think it'll start like pulling it up.
Yeah, CORA, corrugated.
CORRE.
Yeah,
So
nothing's
I-
showing up.
Oh, okay.
Unless
All right.
I'm
Well.
spelling it wrong.
All right. Well, I'm gonna just say throw it in the recycle bin because I feel bad about not throwing as much as I can in the recycle bin.
There's like a lot of good things that show up though when I like go to type in. Like I just saw one that said wine cork. Now I'm
Yeah.
kind
What
But that-
do you do with that?
of wine cork, trash.
Okay.
Trash, really.
See, like that's like it's interesting. You can type so many things on this and like find out.
What about plastic utensils?
Oh, yeah. There you go. Right. Next on the list.
I would think it would be like a hanger and trash. That's what I would, my guess.
Trash.
Is the hanger
Plastic
trash
utensils?
too?
Yeah, what about
Plastic
type hanger?
utensils. Plastic. Yep. Trash. And a hanger. Is it plastic?
Yeah.
Yeah. Plastic hanger.
Trash. Never
it,
place
huh?
hangers in the recycle bin, it says.
Never?
Oh, never.
Yeah, it says never.
There you go.
Mm.
That makes me sad. That makes me sad.
Trash.
That's a sad face for me.
So-
How about
I don't even know what to type that in.
All right, so this is it's the new type of beer can, soda can holder. Try
Would it be
try
like
beer can holder,
Yeah,
beer
or
can.
pack
Mm.
with some
A lot of
sort
people are like, oh, your hands? You know?
Yeah, I mean it does one of these. It's the new, all the beers come this way now,
Mhm.
or most of them anyways.
I wonder
It's
if that
plas-
uses up
it's
more
plastic.
plastic.
like a six-pack holder?
Sure, yeah, there you go.
Well, it shows up as cardboard only. It's not
Oh,
cardboard,
that's the
is it?
sleeve type, right? That would be the paper.
Yeah.
Is that recyclable?
Let's look. Recycling.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
good. Now, what about this thing though? That's what we're trying to figure out. This might be
I
an
don't
if.
even know what to call
It's
that.
it's made from recyclable materials. Recycled
Mm.
materials. There we go.
So that's a
HDPE.
good thing.
Yeah, that's good.
But I wonder if that applies to all things, because I've had like spoons and knives and all those utensils, and it said like, oh, these are made from recycled materials. But turns out if I were to use that, I can't then recycle it again.
Right, because the plastic degrades, I think, right?
Mm.
They can only reheat it so many times, maybe?
Mm.
I have heard that before.
Yeah, I don't know what to call
I would
Um,
think it's trash.
But that's so interesting, though. where
it
it's-
says please recycle right on it, too.
Oh,
I
okay,
can't
well
read
then
that,
it's
but it
recycling.
actually
Mm.
literally says please recycle on it.
But it's colored plastic.
It is colored plastic, and as we learned earlier, colored
Oh.
plastic is not acceptable.
Hmm.
So they say
That's
to
that's sad.
if when in doubt, throw it out.
Okay.
That's the main takeaway, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, no, this has sowed a lot of doubt.
did we do-
honestly.
I'm like, yeah.
Did we do plastic containers yet?
Uh,
The plastic, like try a honey bottle
Mm.
or something, which is much thicker plastic. And this is cream. This was a cream, so.
So this would be good to put sharks in if you were going to turn
Oh
sharks
yeah.
in.
Yeah. Good point.
So,
so like a
because-
plastic jar.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Recycling.
Okay, good.
Mhm.
I'll take that. Now, I purposely didn't completely clean this one out because I wanted to talk about dirty versus not dirty. The stuff has to be.
It's supposed to be clean.
Relatively
I don't
clean,
know
right?
if they would take that. I mean, it looks like it's fairly clean, so
Yeah. Yeah. It's
I
not
would
like.
hope that would be okay.
It says you can also replace the cap on that.
Oh.
So
okay.
that's like
Yeah.
ketchup bottle, mustard bottle, relish bottle, barbecue sauce bottle, and condiment
So we're
bottles.
gonna go with recyclable on this then.
So
Yeah.
now, what if you look up
Okay.
a cap
good to know.
for a ketchup bottle or like some sort of
Well,
food-
it says replace cap, so I'm assuming
But what
it
if
says.
you don't have the,
Oh, like if you just have the cap.
yeah.
Let's look.
So like if you have a plastic cap, but the container,
We're looking this way, by the way, because Kaylee's over there.
yeah.
And we're looking at the little screen so we can see what's on there. This is depressing.
So
I'm
like
not
a
feeling
pill-
excited
like a,
about this.
like a pill bottle, you know, the ones you get from the pharmacy,
Yeah.
like those little plastic ones.
Yeah.
I
Plastic sauce bottle. Oh, never mind. No, it doesn't show what the cap
Just the
is, but I
cap?
can look up like prescription
Yeah,
medicine
look up- yeah.
bottle.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
try that.
prescription.
That's going to be thick plastic too. The
Ooh,
prescription
yeah.
medicine containers are always like.
It says this item
those
does
are
not
usually, like,
belong in your
orange.
recycling bin.
a
Really?
prescription bottle?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I always do. that.
Yeah.
That's good
Yeah.
to know.
there you go.
That
All right.
kind of yeah.
So don't
that's-
recycle those either. Did we look up water bottles yet? I don't remember if we did
I don't
that.
even think we did.
Yeah, I don't think we did water bottles
Mm.
because this is the heavier plastic compared to the one you have there.
Yeah.
Um,
Recycling.
recycling. Yay! All right, we
right.
got one. Woohoo! Okay, so recyclable, guys. There you go.
Mm.
This is oops. I didn't do that.
I feel like this should go under the water bottle because this feels like the same kind of plastic.
I would
This
think
is a good one.
and it's clear plastic.
Plastic detergent bottle. Recycling.
Oh,
Oh, you can recycle those. All right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
good
good.
to know.
What's
I
that
imagine you
like?
have to clean it.
Coffee cream.
This is a coffee cream, yeah, which are quite popular now.
Mm.
Obviously, there's a ton of it at the market, anyways.
Mm.
I'm gonna guess recyclable myself, but we'll wait for the website to tell us. Because it feels just like plastic water bottle. It's
Yeah.
actually a little thicker, I think,
Mm.
and it's clear. This is just a label on it.
Yeah.
So the only thing that shows up are like the K-cup things.
Oh,
The
no,
actual
that's not
cream
quite.
bottle.
Is that recyclable though? I'm
No.
wondering-
K-cups are not, no.
Yeah.
Okay. Even if you take the stuff out of them?
Yeah, it says put this item in your trash bin.
Oh, okay.
It's
Wow.
like before opening it, just throw it in your trash.
Mm.
Just take the K-cups and chuck them anyway.
Just,
I won't get into how bad they are.
shots of K-cups.
I'm going to say that this is recyclable. I think this is.
I think
would
that's
be as
also.
well.
It has to be. All right. So if it's clear plastic, that's recyclable. All right. So now let's go to paper and
So the
those
water
type
bottle does it say anything about the lid with the water bottle?
of. Oh
it
yeah.
didn't say anything. What is that like?
This has the little like the
like
you know,
sports.
sports bottle type
Oh,
top
yeah.
on it versus just a cap.
I would think if it's on it, based on what we've heard so far, that if the cap is on it, it would be okay, but if the cap is loose, I would,
Oh,
uh-oh.
it says plastic bottle cap. Put this item in your trash bin.
Oh, okay. So
It
you
says
have to check
loose
it.
plastic bottle caps should go in the trash. They are small and tend to fall through the equipment at recycling processing facilities. If you can, place caps back on the original bottle and include them in your
Oh,
recycling.
there you go. All right. So it
So,
stays
but
on the
if-
bottle.
Yeah, but if they're loose, they
Bam.
go in the trash.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm happy about that one.
So like
Okay.
if your kids pick up their water bottle and walk away or leave the cap sitting somewhere, those go in the trash.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it. So if you can't find the.
Pasta. Oh, you got TP.
So I got the TP tube, the ever-present TP tube. You can't live without it, right?
I found one of those this morning in my house. I was not a happy camper.
Oh,
That
really?
That is recycling.
Yay! All right. TP tubes are recyclable. Hooray! Okay. So that's good.
Pasta? What about the pasta or like the, what
Well,
did
so
you call it?
windowed cardboard, windowed paper, I guess, like an envelope. Trying to block my address out, but like a windowed envelope, same deal.
So yeah, an envelope with a plastic window is recycling.
Okay, you don't have to take the
So-
window out of it. Does
No,
it say anything about it?
it didn't say that.
So that's recyclable. That's exciting. Okay,
to know.
good. And does that same hold true for these guys? Windowed food boxes?
So is it the thing that you have to like get twine in order to wrap some of these things up, or no? 'Cause I think I
good
heard
question.
that somewhere.
No, because we have,
Okay, so
it's single stream.
it doesn't say anything about the windows, like cardboard is recycling, but it says flatten / nest when possible, remove all foam, bubble wrap, air pillows.
Okay. All right. I mean, that's.
So, I mean, if the envelope was recyclable with the window, I'm assuming
No.
that is.
So it sounds like it's recyclable with the window, but if it had foam in it,
Yeah, like
or
foam,
bubble
bubble
wrap.
wrap. Yeah.
You'd have
that
to
would,
take that stuff
yeah,
out.
that would go away.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. So that's recyclable. So that's good. Okay.
Yeah.
We're doing good here, somewhat.
I feel like
Cardboard boxes?
Yep,
so much is
cardboard,
going
I think
on
that's
that.
the same thing, but
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, this was obviously a tiny one, but yeah, cardboard boxes, recyclable. I think
So
this
much
is
is
what
going
they
in the
mean to
trash.
this
bundle.
is a good,
Is
Oh,
the
okay.
like if you have a bunch of big ones,
Yeah.
you bundle it up so the recycle guy can like
this
take
is
it
a
and
good one.
easily move it to the trash.
Waxed cardboard. It says compost or trash.
Waxed cardboard.
Yeah, so like it says this item can be composted. Check your local recycling website to see if composting services are offered in your community. If composting is not an option, it goes in the trash.
I can't
We
think of the
don't.
last thing I.
We
So
don't
that's like-
compost.
No.
That's
Okay.
like orange containers, I think. That's what the picture looks like, at least.
Hey, here's a question
um,
for you. Cardboard. What if the cardboard has tape on it? So if you've got.
Should we just look up tape?
Uh,
Right?
Sure. Yeah. Because I mean, every time you get a package, it's got tape securing the ends, right?
Yeah.
Kind of what I'm wondering.
It's always
Trash.
like
The tape part itself.
Says tapes are all trash.
All right, so
Yeah.
you'd have probably want to rip off as much of it as
If
you
you
can,
could, yeah.
if you could. I mean, don't go nuts, but like
I
there's
just
two
saw a
pieces on
good
there.
one. Toothpaste tubes.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna rip off my.
Trash.
really?
All
I
right.
mean, I think I've always thrown it in the trash, but now thinking about it, I feel like it would,
So-
I don't know.
Somebody had messaged me and they were asking me about nail polish.
Oh,
So
nail polish.
bottles.
Oh, the bottles, right? Yeah, because that's glass too.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. All right, so here's one. It's two parts actually.
Okay.
Newspaper, first of all,
Newspaper?
just your typical thin, kind of lousy
Newspaper is
newsprint.
recycling.
So that's good. Now,
Newspaper.
Everybody knows the answer to this one.
everybody should know the answer to
Right,
this one,
right.
right? This my newspaper happened to come in one of these plastic
Oh.
baggies.
So that is not recycling.
Not recycling. So this is trash.
Right.
And don't use these. Don't put these in your recycle bin with your recycles in them
Right.
because they get into the machines and they gum it all up.
Right.
Right. So those are bad. Those are wicked bad for your recycle. So actually, I think we did pretty good here. I think we
But
got
the
a
nail
reasonable
polish,
pile.
that's hazardous waste, right?
When I typed it in, nothing showed up for it. Someone Googled nail clippings. That was the only
Yeah.
thing that showed up for that.
Yeah, it says put them in the
on.
trash,
Let-
right? The
let's-
nail-
Nail
Well, why
clippers.
would you, like,
I don't know.
That's just weird.
I
Whatever,
mean,
go
let's
with it.
figure it
I
out.
had
Like, I'm curious.
I feel like
now.
that's where we
Yeah.
could go off on a rant for a little while.
I
So,
feel like
Mason,
there's other items we can, like, think about, too. Like,
do me a favor before we let's at least show this part of the
Yep.
this stuff. So cut to the wide shot real quick. We're just going to reframe this camera real fast so we can show the table. And I'm going to pick up the stuff that I threw away over here so that we can at least show yes and no stuff. Right, so look at that.
And your knife over here.
There we go. Oh, yes, the plastic knife, thank you. Okay. So we can kind of at least go through these real quick again, since we figured this out for the most part.
This surprises me. I just Googled like random things. You know, like the thermal receipts? The
Yeah.
one, so those are trash.
Oh, really?
What
Yeah.
kind of receipts?
Thermal
Thermal
receipts, the
receipts.
thermal paper. They
What's-
use heat to
It's,
actually show the text as
yeah.
opposed to an ink that's printed on top.
Are those ones you get from like the supermarket?
No, I think the supermarket, depends on which supermarket.
Wait, Kaylee, can you
But-
Google
I don't know
the
what
scratch tickets?
Scratch tickets.
Yeah.
That's a good question, yeah. Yeah, while she's doing that though, Rachel, can you reframe this camera for me real fast?
Yep.
Trash.
And just set it to just show the whole table and us as well. That way we can show this a little,
Sponges.
show it all in a little better
Trash.
detail here.
Aerosol cans. Oh, that's hazardous waste, I guess.
Aerosol cancer? So like
Yeah.
hairspray and.
Yeah, so like Febreze cans.
Mhm.
All right, so cut to
Those
that
type of
camera now for
cans.
me, Ray Sam.
Mm-hmm.
And, all right guys, so here is, we should have done this one from the beginning.
Oh, guys, aluminum foil is recycling.
It's got to be clean though, I think, right?
Yep.
Yes, okay. Because we've talked
Wow.
about that
Yes.
before.
I was
All
about
right,
to say,
so,
rarely
so
it
here's
is.
your naughty pile, not recyclable, unfortunately. It's not actually not as big as I thought it was going to be.
Oh, yeah.
And then, I mean,
It's
we
bigger
did,
than what I thought.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's clearly, it's bigger.
'Cause
The
it's
milk container surprised me, to
Probably
be
a
honest.
third of what you had out there, right?
That
Yeah.
did really surprise
I thought
me.
all this stuff was what I put in recycle bin, I assume, well, minus this lid, I knew
Straw.
that wasn't.
Oh.
But the other things I all thought, and the foam, I shouldn't say that one either. I knew those weren't, but everything else.
The
I thought was
carton really
recyclable.
surprises me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And so here's your
A
good,
lot of people.
here's your good pile though. So your newspaper, corrugated cardboard, your windowed pasta box type things, you know, those guys. Obviously tin cans, right? I feel like that's been for a long time. Tin cans, it's all reusable. Soda cans, your plastics. These plastics, as long as it's clear, those apparently are recyclable, so that's encouraging.
What about pizza boxes?
Oh, yeah.
Pizza
I
boxes,
know
I
the
heard
answer
that
on
you're
this one.
not supposed to, but that's what again, like I've heard like you're.
I actually know
No,
the
it
answer
says
to this
pizza box, put this in
Really?
your recycling bin. You can put empty pizza boxes in recycling. Grease is okay.
What?
What?
Wait a minute. Wait,
Yeah,
back up.
nah.
It says grease
No,
is
grease is not
okay.
supposed to. I was told specifically by the guy in
Same.
Lowell that greasy boxes are not okay.
Yeah.
That's
Because they
so
ruin all the other
weird.
paper.
It says, yeah, it says on this grease is okay.
That's wrong. I will tell you right
Completely-
now that I know that's wrong for a
It says
fact.
completely empty pizza box. Remove all food, pizza savers, and liners. Liner and pizza savers should go in the trash. The food can be composted or put in the trash.
Okay, maybe, yeah. I'm going to go with the grease. No, the grease
Okay,
box.
yeah.
The
That's-
grease is wrong.
yeah.
That's definitely incorrect.
Yeah.
I'm like
I would do, like, the
99.999%
top
sure.
half, and then the bottom, but if there's grease, I would throw it away. if
Right.
it was
So
greasy,
if there's,
yeah.
and this came from the recycle people at the one that I visited. If it had recycling,
How long ago was that?
well, it was a couple of years ago now.
Because this
And
is,
that used to be.
this is on our
recyclable.
lid,
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
on the recycled
You're
tote,
right.
those little totes there, so.
But the grease ruins the paper because it gets into all the other paper
Yeah.
and then it won't bind properly. That's what I was told. So if
Well,
it's a
that
pizza
is
box,
figured like a way
I would err
around
on the
it?
side of caution with that and not ruin all the other recycling materials. Cut the greasy part off, and the lid is what
Right.
basically is left, unless it has the paper tray and the cardboard box itself didn't get any grease on
Hey,
it.
this is a
Then it's safe.
coffee filters.
Ooh,
Yeah.
coffee.
Coffee filters.
Compost.
Really? Yeah, that's got to be compost.
It
Yeah.
says, yeah, composted.
Okay, that's what I figured. That breaks down.
Or
Those
trash.
will break down.
But yeah.
So, all right, so then windowed envelopes, which are like all of them practically, and obviously the other ones that don't have windows. These guys we're going with recycle because that's just
'Cause
corrugated paper, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I would think
Agree?
so, yeah.
Paper toilet things and your paper towel tubes, I guess, would be the same, right? So there you go. I'm sure there's tons of those. Oops. I'll pick that up later. We did find out that these are recyclable.
Yes.
However, this one's kind of dirty, actually. I wonder if they'd get mad at me if it was dirty. Maybe I was not in. I don't know. Egg containers, the plastic and the paper are good to go, right? I think we found that out. So that's cool.
So paper napkins and like paper towels and stuff are all trash.
Yeah, that's. I figured
And you
that's
look,
it.
I don't know
you
if that
looked
was
up the
something.
solo cups, right? And that was,
Yeah,
Did we do solo cups?
The
Okay.
red plastic cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was trash.
What if it's blue? There's blue ones.
I think it
It's
just
the
said colored cup.
plastic.
Any colored plastic,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm
What
joking,
about, like-
sure.
But I think they're white on the inside, aren't they?
Wait,
Yes,
so
they are,
it says
yeah.
black plastic,
Black
Which, yeah.
trash.
trash.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
that was this one, which we
Mm.
were trying to determine.
So it says clear plastic lids you can recycle.
Okay. You know, I wonder if because
It's already been recycled?
no, more so that it's you can only reuse black plastic if you're making an item that's black. But you
Right,
can
so-
color
right,
white to be
right.
any color that you want it to be if you're making. The little I
But
know about
we ju-
plastics
We
is
have
very
this
little.
in the
Oh.
no pile, this plastic.
We do, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Mm.
Maybe the clear plastic is the only one that can be colored. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
we're
at
Oh,
all
we
this
could
point.
look up. we
I know
could
We're
look
very
all
little about this type of
Yeah,
stuff.
we're all just
Not
trying to
a
do our
pla-
best.
I'm not a plastics
So
engineer guy. or-
yogurt containers are recycling.
Yogurt containers?
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
good to know.
And glass. You can even put the lids back on even if they're metal, so that's cool.
Mm.
Hooray. And these kind of go with the fruit
Fruit
containers, so
container,
those are all
right.
sort of lumped into that. They're clear
Would
plastic.
eggshells be compostable?
Eggshells, yes.
Okay.
And you
cool.
can feed them to your chickens, by the way. You have
Mhm.
chickens, they love them. Just crush them all up so they don't get,
That's weird.
they get calcium out of it though,
Mhm.
out of the eggs. But crush them up because otherwise the chickens might start pecking at their own eggs thinking that they can eat them. Yes, so crush those
That's
up
what I
into
would
bits.
think, it would be kind of cannibalistic.
Yeah, they eat chicken too. We feed chickens chicken, so it's no big deal. They like it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It tastes like chicken.
What?
It tastes like chicken.
So
Do they
this kind
get-
of surprises me. I keep typing in random letters to
Yeah.
see like the list that shows up. Nips.
Show the, yes, there you go, show the,
Nips
okay.
like miniature liquor bottles
Yeah.
are trash.
Are they glass or plastic though?
I feel like they could be both, right?
They are, yeah. That's why I'm
Mm.
wondering if
Yeah.
they list glass or plastic.
I mean,
But
the
it's a-
picture looks glass almost.
But it's a Mass DEP site, and Mass is the only one that actually calls them NIPS, right?
Yeah.
Are we? I don't know.
really?
I think
Yeah,
so.
no,
Is
no.
that
I
just
remember
massive?
hearing that was like a local thing.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nip isn't, they don't call it that in other places?
No.
That's
I
hilarious.
didn't
I
know
don't
that.
know what they call
Wow,
it.
Yeah,
we're learning
they're
something
like
today.
little bottles, little alcohol bottles.
We're learning things that have nothing
Yeah.
to do with recycling.
Get a nip from the
That's awesome.
Jackie. You know?
All right, so clearly you've seen at least a little bit. Again, questions, if you have them, put them on Facebook. I'll ask after the broadcast. If they show up later, I can ask Donna about the other items. And we can go to the website. We're going to post the link to this website in the description so you can check that out and find out for yourself. Clearly, this is pretty handy.
I have
You have
one
one?
that's a
Okay.
common mistake. Cotton swabs, like Q-tips.
I never thought those were
Those are
recyclable.
trash.
Okay. I never thought those
I've
were
seen
recyclable.
pictures of them like in the ocean and stuff. So
Oh,
Oh.
gross. Yeah.
I know, which I guess like kind of brings us back to the whole thing about like recycling. Great if you know like what to recycle, but
Yeah.
like the rest
Yeah,
of your
same with-
trash, like where's it
right.
going?
same with like
Because
juice
you would
and
you would
food
hope that you'd be
pouches.
able to like save everything and that you'd be able to
Well, around
reuse
here it
everything
goes
that you
to
think.
the incinerator.
Yeah.
Juice
That
juice
stuff gets
pouches.
burned for
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah,
electricity.
the pot, like,
pouches.
yeah.
Those are trash.
What is it?
Juice and food pouches are trash.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Oh.
like
Interesting.
you know, like the little like
Capri Sun.
yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Mhm.
Wow, we're learning
Sandwich
lots of
and
things.
freezer bags. That's a
Hey,
good one.
yeah, throw the website up there, Sam, so you can see what she's
Oh,
seeing
yeah.
as you go as she goes through.
So sandwich and freezer bags don't go in recycling.
Trash, right?
Mm.
Yeah, it's got to be rigid plastic, I believe. Only.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything soft plastic like that isn't
Yeah.
Hmm.
recyclable, to my understanding.
Hmm.
anyway.
Anything else you guys can think of?
Off the top of my head, no. I think we pretty much covered.
I
at
know. I
least some of
typed
the
in every
basic
single
stuff.
letter and just looked up.
I
Okay.
wonder like what like reusable water bottles would be. Like just because like they are a thicker plastic, but you still are reusing them over and over
Well, so
again.
they're white or other colors, right? I've
Sometimes, it
I've only
depends.
seen a couple
Or
of
like
clear
the
ones.
Yeah, I remember
Mm.
like the
Actually, mine's clear.
plastic,
So.
reusable coffee cups. People use those. You
Yeah.
know, the ones that you
Mm.
can just, like travel mugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but usually you're not really like throwing those away. But in the case that you are,
Kaylee, type in
Wonder.
travel mug.
yeah.
See what you get.
Like ceramic.
What do you have for options there?
Ceramic mug, cotton ball, sponge, cosmetics.
Oh, okay, ceramic, I
Yeah,
guess.
let's see what's good with ceramic.
Trash.
Trash. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And cosmetics would go in hazardous waste, right?
Let's look. Yes, you're right.
Okay.
And does it show nail polish?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
does actually.
So
Wow.
that's where it
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
It's hazardous
Yeah.
waste. Which I would throw that in the trash.
yeah,
but
I
not
actually
in-
didn't know that. So like makeup, like
Yeah.
can't go in the trash.
Yeah.
Do people have like hazardous
Really?
waste
It
bins?
goes in. It's
Just-
Well,
supposed
you'd have to
be
bring it to
hazardous
household.
waste.
I
Yeah,
never
household
knew
hazardous
that.
waste
Yeah.
day.
'Cause it's
Which is June 1st, by the way.
flammable.
Hey, plug.
Like you could, yeah.
So like if you're done with like using like a face powder or something, you don't want it anymore. You have to bring it to hazardous waste.
I would think if it has any flammable ingredients in it, it's
Wow.
hazardous waste.
So all
Never
my
thought of
makeup
that.
containers are no good? I
Oh,
don't use any
dang
makeup.
it, Steve.
That
right.
lip liner's gotta go.
Oh, man. I'm just kidding. All right, so back to this. Good stuff, not good
Yes.
stuff. Foam, milk containers, coffee cups, multi-material containers, black, white colored plastic, straws, and the lids to your coffee cups, hangers. Apparently it should never go in recycles.
I
don't
wonder
know why.
about like other types
Plastic
of
utensils have no use in
Kayla, could
plastic
you
and
Google like,
recyclables.
guitar strings?
Trash, I think. And then plastic bags, obviously.
Because sometimes they're made out of like nylon or like other
I
plastics
mean,
and
you could
stuff too.
yeah, go for it. Try it. Guitar
Yeah.
strings, see what you get.
Sometimes like ukulele strings too.
Right? Yeah. Oh, ukulele. I love ukulele.
Yeah, but like if
So much
it's a
fun.
card,
Nothing showing up for it.
Okay.
if it's a cardboard bag
Probably
and it
trash
has
them.
a handle, even if it's made out of like rope or whatever,
Yeah.
that you have to take the handle
Yeah.
off because it jams up the machine.
So like the gift bags?
gift bags.
Ooh.
Oh.
bag.
Yeah. I thought, oh my God, I don't even know how
We
many
could
thousands
really
of
do
those we
this
have at
all
home.
day.
So paper,
Yeah. What do they say? So
paper
you're
gift
right.
bags
You must
with no metallic inks, foil, wire, or glitter can be placed in your recycling. All other
Oh.
gift bags should be reused or thrown in the trash. Remove string handle before placing in recycling.
There you go. Okay. And other than the plain paper gift bags, which aren't very common at all,
Yeah.
they all go in the trash.
Yeah.
Or reuse them. We
I
reuse
guess
all of
so.
ours, but we try to anyway.
Yeah.
Some
Well,
of
as
them
long
get
as you
wrecked.
can, yeah.
I've always thrown anyone
about,
that's
like,
torn or
tissue
whatever. I've
paper?
thrown it.
Yeah, I was about to say the tissue paper that you use for the gift bag.
Good question. Tissue and wrapping paper.
Trash.
Wow, that's
Yeah, it's both.
Tissue
trash.
paper and wrapping
Yep.
paper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me look up wrapping paper.
Okay. See, cool. Gonna keep thinking of stuff.
yeah, honestly.
We should probably wrap this one up soon because we're gonna get a little long in the tooth here, but that's okay.
It actually went by faster than I
Gift
thought.
wrap
It did,
or
didn't it?
wrapping paper is not widely recycled, but some communities do accept it as long as there is no ribbon, bows, metallic inks, foil, or glitter. And then it just says check with your local recycling program
Ah.
to find out if there's
And that's
accepted.
not us.
Okay.
It gives you a link though, right?
Yeah,
So
it
you could-
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
So if
the
you have
thing is
boring
if there's a
gift
link,
wrap.
click on the link because that way we know that, you know, Tyngsborough's not one of those
Yep.
communities.
Now
Yeah.
you could probably take the paper wrapping, put it through a shredder, and compost it.
Shredded paper, compost, yeah, but shredded paper, if you put paper, even the stuff that is recyclable,
Yeah.
if you put it through your paper shredder, that's not recyclable.
Why?
Huh.
Really?
Because of the little
Because it's
bits?
airborne, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
So,
Okay.
and I
So don't
was,
shred
I
your-
was taking my shredded paper and putting it in a paper bag and rolling it up and
That's
putting
what I
it
used to
in,
do too. Yeah.
not recyclable.
I started
Oh.
because for security reasons. I'm kind of a nut, but anything that has anything from a credit card company, it actually goes in a separate box and we burn it once a month or whatever. We'll get
That's
rid
what
of
we
it
do too.
that way. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the
We
only
do
way
it
to
also.
really know. And because shredding is like you spend a bunch of money on a shredder and then they break and then you got to buy a new one
Right.
and
Right.
paper. Who has time for that? Seriously.
Yeah, no,
So
there's,
just burn it.
there's so much.
Oh well, don't burn it outside of burning season.
Yeah, I was about to say. I
Didn't
feel
burning
Which did
season
just end,
just
by the
end
way.
on the first, right?
Huh? Yes, it just ended
Yeah.
on the first.
Yeah.
So.
Ah,
All right,
okay.
so hazardous materials like makeup and all that kind of containers, save for June 1st, Household Hazardous Waste Day. You have yard waste, which is separate from this stuff. That's all
May
the
10th
10th
and the 24th.
and the 24th. Thank you very much of May. So there you go. You can get rid of that stuff, and then all of this stuff you can put in your recycles, and all of this stuff just goes
And when in doubt,
in your
throw
trash.
it out.
Right. When in doubt, throw it out. So yeah, or go to the website
Right.
recyclesmartma.org, and you can get more information on
Yep.
the specific items. So. Hope that helped you guys. Again, questions, throw it in the Facebook comments, and we'll ask them after, or you can plug them in yourself to the website. You can always use the Google fingers and figure it out that way too.
Google thing.
Google fingers, yes, Google fingers. It's like playing the piano, Google
Okay,
fingers.
okay.
Yeah, no, she's making fun of me. I hope you guys got some good info out of this, though, and answered some questions at least. Any other questions, you can always call the health department here at Town Hall, 649-2300.
Extension 118.
There you go, 118 or 117 even. That gets
Right.
to
Well,
you guys as well.
118 goes to Kelly and me, and 117 just comes to me.
Oh,
So if
so if you
I'm
just
out-
want to bug Donna, go to
Yeah.
117.
If I'm out though, and you dial 117, it goes into only my voicemail. So
Oh,
if
okay.
you do 118, it'll go to both of us.
So use the 118. There you go.
Yeah.
And then obviously check out that website. You can also go to the tyngsboroughma.gov website, which will have the updated link to this new page. We've been using another one previously, but we'll
The
have
Republic one, yeah.
the Republic one. We'll have Jason update that so that you can get the link for this as well. on the website, the town website. So,
Cool. Yeah.
yeah, thanks everybody. I hope you
Have
have
a
a
good
great day.
weekend.
Have a great weekend. Stay dry. It's just going to continue to rain forever. I don't know. I feel like the sky is crying and we live in
Yeah.
London all of a sudden, but you know, whatever, it is what it is. So have a good weekend, guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.